Talo fa maro so fu manguia no fionga savea maro lava tai lava mule noa mele tai lava.
Ia, whaaftai i lea tua. O le nai mau le avanoa. Awa e tō tele lava e wala au mai lau telefoni i aso le vai aso. Ia mau tango i le whaaleo atu lau telefoni. Ia, tāna si o lo mau le avanoa tō te tala noa ai fo i ma whaamam la mātili. Ia, vaenga fo i e tā ua tele e winga i meo le insurance out le company. Ia e whaafea fo i o le whaatino. Now, e tele company insurance. Ai whaafeo na e manatu o le insurance company lea o le anga i iai. Ia, po ai fo i le company. O le ale saunuanga lau sunga i le mta upulea.
Taftai lava savea. Mumu lava o ne lo disclaimer mumu le information only au le high level information ele se advice. Amang o miesga ka se advice ia vili mai book le appointment. I take you through my 6-step advice process. Our ngangai is just the information only.
Yeah.
So it's very if I for my customers because ele specialized customers ele makaupule insurance. So ele lorako which insurance company which insurance company you know what type to go for. So wow, the insurance advisor is that I look after all the main insurance providers, Lima providers. And so I go to the market, I have a look at the price, le insurance, the life insurance. I have a look at the rating, rating, which rating is stronger across the board. Rating, so can be a strong rating for claims, can be a strong rating for products, can be a strong rating for type of product versus the other product. Ratings, and so it's my job to do an analysis on all the different Goenga insurance companies and find the best one, which is the best fit for my customer. My customers, mainly 90% of my customers, Samoa. Thanks to your Prokalame, Savea. And so I have to make sure that sometimes if one insurance company has the better rating, but gonga, then I have to sacrifice that company but pick the other company because it's more gongofie, because the best cover, the best comprehensive cover, but gonga then it's no good for our customer. Because you know, insurance company. So even though one company might be lossy in all the different areas, I might choose another company because it's more gongofie. Because our customers, most of them blue-collar workers, you know, we don't have too many lawyers or too many mortgage brokers like Emele and financial advisor like myself, you know, and top TV presenters like yourself, Savea. So most of my customers they're factory workers. You know, they're stormengis, factory workers, courier, most of my customers. So I have to pick the right company for the right fit for my customers. So I look at everything. I look at the whole picture to make a decision on which insurance provider is the best one for our customer there, based on all the areas. So that's very important when I go to the market and do my research.
Malo, es el mana ia ta wola u fa mam la mangal mtapule. Ia se rating such as an acceptance rating volele e vave na tali mai I claims ma mea fa pena.
Exactly.
Ia se afianga o for your company insurance nei pe fa pe o lo fu le tausanga o lau client o le malosi o le soifua maloloina o lau client.
Yeah, there are companies that have a strong rating, like an A+ rating, or AA+ or AA- rating, and so as long as it has the A, then it's rating. But if it has a B or a C, you know, feel a little B. But if it goes to C, and then it's a little bit risky because kupulose claims. If I will have it. Let's say life insurance, Malu, and then really claim the life insurance money. A lele rating, then fale kongu le claim or umi le claim, it take a long time, before it pays out to the ainga. So it is very taua to look at the claims rating of the insurance companies. Most of the five companies have very good ratings, very strong ratings, most if not all of them. So that's very important. Normally, the insurance company will pay straight away the funeral amount. So
E.
if the life insurance is se lau afe, then masalo e lua se lau afe kongi mua within the first 48 hours. Pea maliu the customer. And that 20,000 pays straight away to help the inga fiswangi mo, everything regarding the funeral. And then the other valus fulu afe, e kongi muli. Ai
Okay,
kongi
okay.
mua le
To
funeral
deal
cover,
with
the
that
20,000.
early,
Mm.
lele.
That's very taua for the family, for the ainga.
Tua mana i tele. Afa pea and it was suspend your payment. Are you still covered?
Yeah, facing kong ka, be facing fankali o langa too many ekalafus and falaves popped up, and you're very tight, for that masinga or a few months. It's better to look at suspend your cover than cancel, because lele ese
Okay.
singa le cancel ma le suspend.
Yeah,
A suspend le payment. E din ka aufi le payment. E ka
yeah,
aufi up to ongo masinga, le sfururu masinga e ka aufi le paymengi. E le seme kongi.
yeah,
You still ele cover oe. So
yeah.
still during that period, kupu se falavala vea maliu, then ele seme kongi because you suspended your paymengis.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, so you might think, yeah, lale ese singa le suspend, you might as well just see le cancel cover is the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing in terms of both option ele cover oe. Ah,
All right.
but the reason why esili akule suspend ele cancel
Yeah,
because kanga oe cancel completely and then vili mai oe a ule leskausanga fo and you say, oi Matt, we'll swil up my fau. Can I please
reinstate.
reinstate my insurance policy from kausanga? Okay, I wanna do it now. But the problem is we cancel last year. And so now I have to take you through the whole process for
Process. Yeah,
Amaka from the
yeah.
beginning.
Right,
And
right.
then it's no guarantee ele mokingia go accept oe.
Mm-hmm.
Because 1 year later, ke kupu, you might have some new ngase in your body.
Morris.
And then the insurance company might turn around and say, yeah, le ai, ule kaulia oe, because now you've got this ma'i, that ma'i. Sorry, mate, you should not cancel your policy. Iwa ai. But if you suspend your paymengi, then umalole period is suspended. Let's say you mga umie ongo masinga suspend your paymengi. Umalole ongo masinga ko makalo paymengi automatic.
Okay.
It starts straight away. You have to go and apply for the whole thing again. Right? So that's why Siliakule suspend ile cancellation.
Man,
But
yeah.
still, both options is still dangerous
Yeah.
because during that time, ele seme kukongi ele cover.
Yeah.
It's not covered during that time. So yeah.
But still, it's an option to suspend rather than cancelling
Cancel.
the whole
So
policy. Manei tele
yes.
whaftai u maram ramal mtaupula. If I fair on a pui pui e lau life insurance, ia lau mortgage loan, ia po se
Yes.
nonga tupe na whaia ona o le mortgage il fale.
My facility, yes. So the mortgage loan. So for example, if let's say Emele puts the mortgage loan in place for the customer, the mortgage loan, and then the settlement happens, and then Emele gives me the customer to go and visit them, and then I sit down with the customer, and then I do my mortgage protection insurance to pui the loan. So the wingo the mortgage protection insurance, there's probably three types. So the first type is life insurance. So how does life insurance cover the loan? If you pass away, ah,
Ia.
if you pass away, if Maliu, then the life insurance money kukongi the whole loan is paid off straight away. The second one is a trauma insurance. Mawangi mai ki ngā hinga like cancers, mai whaku heart attack, stroke, all those going mai. and you're off work for 1 year, ele se kokongi. Remember, if you're off work for 1 year, ele kokongi o lo pule o ka ofilo kokongi pe o le fava also because you're off work too long. So the trauma insurance will pay a lump sum of your 1 year of your kokongi. And that way you can keep paying your payments on your mokesi, so ele file the bank. And so that's the trauma cover. The third one, or the mortgage repayment cover. So mortgage repayment cover, afa pea afa pea le kokongi le fuinga le fa afeka la masinga lo mokesi. That's what you're paying every month. Fa vai aso. Fa afe. Every month 4,000. Then get wa kupu se fala lo ngalwenga and you can't work. Ke ula vea o ka vale o pa ula velo pa kua o mai, some very serious mai, and a kole uma singale off work. So how you going to pay for your mortgage loan? So the mortgage protection repayment cover will pay the 4,000 every month until you get back to work. And we normally cover it for 1 year, or 2 years, or 3 or 5 years. And just in case, you get level game we get off work for 5 years. That's a long time. And so we keep paying your mortgage loan for you. And that way the bank filed fale. So you work so hard getting into that house, we want to protect you and keep you in that fale. By paying your mortgage payments if because la vea or mai. And that's the mortgage protection cover. It pays monthly. So ele kokongi lo kokongi. We don't cover your kokongi. We don't pui your kokongi.
It's just the
we
mortgage.
only repay your repayments. Yeah, we cover your mortgage repayments. And so the good thing about this one, Xavier, ele se offsets my ACC. A fai la velo pa ku le kangaluenga por kavale. Kanglo ACC approval claim, and remember ACC cover e valu pesenge lo kokongi, they cover you for 80% of your kokongi. So if ACC pay you your kokongi for 1 year or 2 years off work, then the mortgage cover, it's still like kokongi lo mortgage loan regardless. So there's no offsets with ACC. This option, the mortgage protection cover.
That is beautifully explained. We just touched the trauma insurance. Level out to Silia to Toy Fabrino Milna, fair trauma insurance.
Trauma.
Yoe. O to inga mai whainga tā fo lele ai ele i oti tangata a lea fia i ngā sangase i
Yes.
Ia, e whawhea fo lana pui ia le trauma insurance pia whapea o leo lea ele whainga luenga mo sina vai taimi.
Yes. So the trauma insurance, just to touch on it again, it's like an income protection insurance, but mainly covers those mai, those ngases that are serious, like cancers, or cancers, heart attack, strokes, kawaso blindness, paralyzed, Parkinson's, motor neuron disease, multiple sclerosis, is a fast food koinga mai. So if you get one of those mai, but maybe 1 year, 2 years, who knows? Sometimes it takes a long time to go back to work. The trauma insurance, we will pay your kokongi out. So, we normally do 2 years of your pay. We pay you that in your bank account straight away. And if you, let's say your kokongi is, let's say, valusulu afe, le kausanga. So we pay double, afe. So we will kokongi that afe in your bank account as a lump sum payment to you, and you can manage and budget that kupe how you want, because you're going to be off work for Lukosanga. You're going to be off work because of this mai. So that's the trauma payout. It pays out if you get diagnosed with one of those mai, whankas that you're talking about. And so it's like a income protection, I suppose, but only for those koinga mai.
No whaftai. O le whaafonga mai le tunu, ia o mātala noa, whaasoa fo I male. Uso ia Matt Luatua, o le telefoni le dei mwhoina e wala awi ai, o le olua fitu, walu tolu iwa tasi, fitu tasi wha, toi whaafonga lumera le na, olua fitu, walu tolu iwa tasi, fitu tasi wha. Le a wha malama, ia, ma whaifo use awa noa e tau te wheilua iai. Ia matala noa ma le sunga ia Matt Luatua, ia pa whau e mafo whau e tā ua tele life insurance mo oe ia mo pui pui e foi mo lo a inga. Why is life insurance then better than getting a loan, Ahmet?
Yeah, certainly. So, sadly, a lot of us Polynesia Pacifica, because like we said, les vai aso ali sa on the pukalami. There's a we ele sili fieka ko le ka upule life insurance. So we think, it's bad luck or it may mo gamey, may mo kupe, we don't understand it properly. And so a lot of us, we don't have any, makwale ai say life insurance.
Ia.
Ko loans. We have all these kind of different ekalafu loans, instant finance, car loan, loan for the credit card, loan for the go to Samoa, all these going on loans. And so then all gave me a kupuro se whanawerawe. And then that's when we come together, obviously. And then most of us, we go to the finance companies to apply for a loan for the funeral.
Ia.
And so I got to go to the instant finance or Trinity or whatever finance, Avanti finance, and we ask for from Mole, can we please have a loan because we'll there's a Malu in our family and we need to borrow $20,000 or $30,000. Then they to pay back that loan, because of a funeral. But if you do the life insurance, it's a smaller payment every week, and at least in Mokingi, if something happens, like I said before, it pays out to the family. And that way, it's if fairly to go get a loan. If a loan, they don't have to apply for a loan if something happens. Life insurance is there for that worst case scenario.
Madiu.
Yeah, for Maliu.
Malo.
And so that's why it's ta'ua. That's why it's more important and better, I suppose, than getting yourself in debt
Yeah.
and getting a loan. Yeah.
So actually, was easy to holding a policy that is valid o la fo e te tongi lava o se guarantee le leile na mo le ainga e tau fia i leo e whaino no ngā tupe ma se loan. A o lai loa e ma whaino na whao ngā le policy le o le tangata. O le sa o le na.
Yeah, or the life insurance.
Ia, ma lo whaptai, le numero
lo la savea.
O lua fitu, valu tolu iwa tasi fitu tasi wha. Mat whaptai te le lava ia te o le uso vatu o taulangi, e le wha avanoa mai pēo lo taimi tā ua, tāte talanoa ai mo wha soa. I nei ma tā upu le tā ua tele, mo Samoa. I guess it's our responsibility to educate our people because when it comes to insurance, people don't really want to talk about it because unless something happens to you. But o tātou tangata e mumusu fo lele ona e whapea. I tupu se mea ia te oe, ai te lewa ayu i le whaongai no le tupe ai reiloa. O le whamoe ngā autu, mo le tina o le ainga, ia ma le whanau, i taimi whaingata. Ia, tawalunga mai e lau sunga mati e ta talanoanga le nei aso.
Whaftai lava, ia, mo le atu whaftai ma lo, sa vei lo tō pa ia ma Malu Samoa. I lo tō whafonga i lo po kalame le nei aso. Ma lo whaftai, ma lo le unsai, ma lo tapuai, whamanui le atua tiuti ma whaiva. O le nei aso, ia, manguire fiafi, sa vea.
Whaftai whapena whai, ia, te uloso, tātou whei loa i stavi. Ia, le nā, tawalunga tuele tanranga ma le sunga ia Matt loatua. Ia, ona, e whaisi malamalama le leo Matt. I nei mea o insurance, tuainga insurance, o tuainga policies, e pui ai foi. E le ngata le pui ngā le loan o lau fale, o le mokes. A le pui ngai foi o lau ngā ruenga. Your income protection. Oka, se maanga, peana whapea, e tātou te malamalama le lei iai. A le ua mafuta mai ia le whale tua ia Emele, se tasi fufonga o le tātou por kalame o le Malu I Fale le nei fo ia salulu. Ua whalinga mai Emele, ua whaatupula ia lava le tō tele o le whainu mero tangata. Lātou te turi au pū foi. A o le a ia se whaamatalanga e winga I le nei por kalame. Ia mamata upu lava e renga tau whale. Ia whapena foi. Insurance whatalo whatu malole so I fuamunduia. Lo fole on sai le leiva yaso ma tiuti ma faiva sa fenga iai. Ia ai fio mai le tapor kalame. I le nei a au uli o le asalulu.
Ia, malo lava soifo manuia lau fionga foi sa vea ia. A pea foi le mamalu le atunu o whaafonga mai ia. Ia na tau malulu mai foi le tau ia. A o lea lava ai atu o nai maloloina lava lau fionga.
Ia, o le lo whamaleanga le lei o le atua. Ia, o lo so di mai ai. Maua le malo si le aso, mo le aso. Ia ba, tuli matai fo i leo mai e. Fai le tautua i le atunu, a misa fo le tapolo kalame i aso lulu umalava. Whaftai le tua lo, maua fo i lo soifua la lei. Ia, nā mai le nāwa i aso, ia e misa fo i nisi o lo maua atu le tapolo kalame, mau tau whasoa, matalanoa, ia ma whaamana malama fo i ai vaenga tā talanoa i ai.
Nei e whai as fo isi na pisi o le nei vai aso i e peilava o lau saunoanga, o le o tele lava le mamalu le tunu o lo o vili mai e peilava o le talanoanga i aso lulu uma ia, o le mana ia le pe ia lawa create se curiosity i le mamalu le tunu e le lo lava pe fiki se laki pe o vili.
Yeah.
So I've had probably 3 families this week. Yeah, na vili mai, yeah, I had a quick overview of the lato situation. Yeah, they are in a position to actually apply. So they ole tūlanga lea e mānai ai lava le tāpol kalame. O no lo iai lava tangata o lo whaalongo pēa ma tau mawhawhau o lewa na mawhawhau iai le lopo o whea matai. So no, we've had a lot of families still coming through.
Emele, I guess it's the fear of the unknown, you know, to put themselves, you know, into this position. We underestimate ourselves in terms of our credits and our ratings. Panic but they will be surprised if in a ua amata no whatetai a taladoanga mo whai e se me whapena o tupu e ainga popole ala tau wha ai longa e anga waa. Ai te ue me wholeta, te le ale ava no me whai ile mokesi, ma le loan.
E sa le ala sa noanga sa vea pei lava o le mele, I guess o le matamomuli o le mamalu le tunu each time. And as you said, it's be underestimate lava tato ia tato. And we are so fearful of if I may ai. But ole mana ia le ole fatala noanga o mata upu ia fiafio solulu o la lava e whaalongolongo lava isi pape. Oh, maybe worse lava le silipe. So ole mele fautua ina le malu le tunu. Mana ia lava le sili. O no ko feololo lava nei ainga na o lewa na mawhawhau iei, maybe o le si ainga le matu talano temi nei o mana o le bank. It depends lava sometimes po ai e tau iei le bank. Tilo tulo o too hard basket mai le ai. So on a matu talano le, I had a look at the overall situation. Ele lei lava lato record so we can have a look at applying. So pe o lau saunoanga na savea ona wa pe o tele ia le o whaalongolongo ele malu le tunu ngoko fo le si vaenga nga fa mai le ai. So then we assume lava na a me ole ele ai se ava no ia but e mana ia lava le sile bear because every situation is different. You can't compare your situation why it's a little sila fear po le ale tulanga o le si ainga. So it's always good to ask.
And I guess with our program, Emele Palamo Fale, is trying to encourage our people to come forward and mafasidi. Wala meta wala na like to know for me fa pe ai longa e mafangi be ai o te tali tonu ile anga ia tu fore mfalo tele ia le tu no anga ia tu pe mo tu tala no ma fa soa ia e mulinga le taimi muli wa o mele e to mana tu ia pe hand over the key wo umana faile settlement date ma ona fa pela ia. This is exactly the same square we started in the earlier days. Ele came le e pe fa fifi ia le ainga e fa ia se me but lela o tau ne o mau al fale How often should I review my mortgage loan or my home loan? If I feel le tausanga pe kais fulu umale tausanga ma toi tilo iai po every financial year ma toi tilo e toi baba ai mau talu ia le loan o lo fale.
Mana ia tele le fasili o le mātou la patainga le mamalu le tunu o my clients is we highly recommend the tausanga ma review at least. A whapea lava o lai ona o le tele o tūlanga i aia nisi le swinga po wa suilo stongi. Or maybe the family is looking at extending le fale. Maybe wa yei sisi extra payment lower sa utotonu. Or maybe for a young family, you're looking at starting a family. So o tūlanga ese umalava ye mawhai ona tu utotonu le tato review. I ona mawhaile ona whaini recommendation. So o le minimum time frame lava mātou te recommendinga is at least once a year.
Mana ia fole na awai. E tele me tupu, there are different scenarios that may pop up now and then. O most of it fo le ainga ia alo le na fo ni pe meni ni tupe fa o popo o mo mai. Ai afa pela o lo mo kesi le o le due on o le sa fixed. La le me te tauna tilo e tauna fatino.
I think from memory the statistics feel lola lavale the population le due to home loans this year. So it's quite a high percentage. So usually maybe 2 months expire lo mokisi or even 3 months. We look at any options are you able to increase your payment? O mea whapea titilo iai. Titilo la iai a whapea o le tato rates la iai le taimi nei. Se whataita inga se ainga mato ngalu at the moment. Nga fix le lato mo kesi for 1 year. So o le lato rates la iai fitu tesima le lima, so 7.5. Io lela wapa umai lalo le lima 5.25. It's quite a big difference. So tulanga whapea mana ia le whatalanoa. So we're looking at whapea ngā whatia ngā tuupele lato pe meni at the higher rates, which is currently they paying 1,085 a fortnight. Whapea kipi le lato new interest rate, or the new payment is 875 a fortnight. O la o whautuanga la iai le tulanga whapea le titilo. Can we sustain the repayment at 1,085 a fortnight? Ona ole mana ia ole la lalo low interest rates. You are paying more every Tuesday lo mo kesi a lot quicker.
On your
so tulanga yes. So tulanga la fa pele titula ye so se fa te inga la si inga le so ole lato ona le fat ole lato fa le phone fa last year I helped them with again through our program. Ole lato review more le. So ole afa pe wai useful iwa tau sanga la story mo kesi. So afa pe kipi pele lato pay many at the higher rate. It reduces lato term down to 20 years. So you're saving at least about 130,000 worth of interest. So tulanga fa pe titilo ye, can we increase the repayment? Ole sifo me titilo ye. Before we fix your loan, o ye se tulanga o whapea move ainga I sisi a bigger home, or you're looking at poani swinga la can you afford to pay a lump sum payment? I tulanga whapea ye wa extra umalava alu tonu le tato mokesi. It's gonna take off a lot of years mai le tato mokesi, as well as of saving a lot of interest. I guess ole wha moi lava o tato umai nei me o mokesi ole, the quicker we pay it off, the better off we're going to be. So e mawhai ona ye isi options e whaatala noa a wale tato lumana manuia pe.
O lono winga o options le nei pe a increase va vei fo ona sau lalo le principal o le loan lea al tato ai o sao lea.
Sao lea lau sao noanga,
Malo. So, before refixing the loan, the review there, we file tausanga for there. O nisi me te tau o na alu ia lau whautanga for le mai tilo ia. Other things that you should take into account before refixing your home loan.
Yeah, mana ile sili wa le situ langa le e fautu ina I le malu tunu ai le I refixing lo mo kesi e po na le mana tu natu po ye se manatu a me sao lo fale wa afa ole e ala na ta o le tu langa afa pe fix lo mo kesi se fata ita inga mo le tolu tau sanga ai te o le te ma fo fa we e fata e se atu lo fale ile in 1 year. Ia man tuala o lela break low contract lenga fai o lela break low fixed rate. So there will be penalties. So me umalava ye fatala noa. Is there a plan to fatau eseatu lo fale? Awa afa pe o le ese pelengi fa pe. Ia then we'll try and fix a loan within the time frame lena. Ina ia mawhaiona awana ia isi eliminates nisi extra cost ma matulanga fa pe. So there's a lot of tusa o le poleani ni tulanga o tutupu le ainga po anima fo whaunga o iai o a fo ini plans going forward, we try and take all of that into account o po mana na o e whaise extension le fale, and that will help us structure your mokesi accordingly ini tulanga o mawhapea.
Malu whaptai o le telefoni le dei Emele Palamo le whaltua o le fongo le tātou polkala me mānia ia a mai te le tau teimi e maras e mawhai e o nou tau whasoa ia mawhasiringi ia fo I mata upu e fia maramla mā tiri ai o lua fitu, valu tolu fitu, valu wha, valu o, o lua fitu, valu tolu fitu, valu wha, valu o e vangi se pengi ma se pepa tusi ele numero ma wha pipi I luma ole pusa aisa a wā e te mana o mia e tele a inga Emele e lava lātou tāpenanga mo lātou tamao a inga ai umi se teimi o tau nofo ma whaatalitali po le ale tonu e whai se wangana o to inga polokalame la nei o le whaalotu tele ia I lātou ia ma a vea fo you know trigger something in them and say look ale ia alo mata ma whanau o Samoa le malama mai I whaataunga o whale ma whiutunga inga ma whale tupe tātou wō ia I whai ia ma whonga o le tātou ainga I luma o le pule o le bank. Ai e mafua se aona e tango avelisi vaenga o lau mo kesi wha float ma peifole e mawhaiona e apa I lesi taimi ia mawhaiona whai e nisi suinga se tele. Why would you do that?
Mana ia tele le sili ia tulanga umalava ia mawhaiona whaatala no te mile review o ilo mo kesi ona o tulanga whaapea I would usually look at how disciplined we are with working our money. Wa a whaapea o le au ngā o le tu o se vaenga o lo mo kesi le floating po le rate le mawhainga iei le flexibility. A whaapea iei ni whaalabalave and you've got a bit of a buffer in there. E mawhai ona e kolo inga mainga le buffer le available. Pe a whape o iei se whaalabalave o fia whaonga aisa se leni. And this helps you, awa tutoia le whai nisi e tālafu ese. O le benefiti o le tūlanga le, a whape iei se small portion o le mo kesi o mawhai ona tātou tuinga le floating. E tu iei uma any extra money o le mawhai ona tātou whaonga aina o extra money po o vakaimi or board money from le aluma whanau. E mawhai ona use that as, even though it's part of our mokesi, e mawhai ona iei le flexibility le a fia maua vave sina se leni. E mawhai ona withdraw mai e tātou rather than going back to the, another aikalafu, but we've still got the flexibility le tūlanga le floating. But ele whape work for everybody.
Yeah.
But so
it's
it really
almost
depends.
it's almost like a suspense account of ole o lai aru I se tupe a mawhaiona tātou whaonga ina mulmuli ane ma whaingo fio le toi whaatumu le tupe le na.
Yeah, whape nā lava. So it's flexibility to whaingo fio ma whaavawe po ani tūlanga I mawhaiona pia ve mawai se leni.
Le o whai tātou mō kesi ma whiutanga I ma le whale tūpe I ma lau sunga whale tua. O le ale toa ngā schedule te loa e tāua. Tutongi le vai aso, te lua vai aso ma tutongi ma whaile peimeni pe o le tai masina. Which of these schedule will be recommended by you?
Mana, it's a little silly. Obviously, the weekly or fortnightly is better. The weekly, o le mana ia le weekly, o le tele o le mamalu le tunu e pay weekly. So the banks, little banks, umai mawhaina lato o whainga le weekly, so that's something else e tile iai. But weekly, wa lala peilo pe many stone. Ia ma reduce ai le palen yo lo mo kesi every week. I olo no winga. I olae e less the amount le la calculate ai lo interest. And it's the same as fortnightly. Or not all banks, majority of banks will do fortnightly. So fa pe o le fortnightly again. It benefits here to le fortnightly than monthly. Or le fortnightly again, wa le la peilo pe many towards the paling yo lo mo kesi. Yeah, reduce mailo mo kesi paling every 2 weeks. Ye olo no winga. O le paling le la lower. It calculates ilo interest le la charge. So the lower your paling for your mortgage, the lower the interest le la calculate. So obviously weekly or fortnightly. We see Malu le tunu, which is probably a very small percentage. Or not like so we are for every month. So le tūlanga le mawhai prefer la tau le monthly payment. But if possible, e mawhai ona do fortnightly or weekly, that's usually a better option to reduce a low amount of interest they pay over the term o lo mo kesi.
Malo, whātai tāua tele o le numero nei a le whantua ia Emele o lua fitu, walu tolu fitu, walu wha, walu au te pala ai. Io e whatai tai nai viri a e me telo le le ia kere o kou kupe ngai lalo o kou moenga. Ngā kau whakatkari po le are me tau na whai. Anyway, whaatai te le lava ia te o le whale tua ua wha mātango fie fo ile tātala noanga ma tā wha soa. Ma wha maari awa ale maari se mea. E whai ngofio na absorb po fo i tangata ma whape ma leia ia le whaatala noanga lea. Ai, la fotuia le nei a vanoa ia te o le whaletua, tā walunga maile tā polo kalame le nei a awa uli o le asaluru.
Ia whaatai te le lava savea, ia malo lava le wa fo le tautua le mamalu le tunu u whai mawhonga le Radio Samoa le nei tula. Ia wha malo atu fo le mamalu le tunu pei o le talasala noanga, ia awa lava le matamuli e fisili, o tātou ia a le malamalama lava ia, ma naia lava le fisili, vili mai, o whai asina PCC taimi, ia make sure you leave your phone number, malo swafa, ia I will always come back to you, if I'm a le talia to list taimi on a life by easy meetings, but more than happy to help. Ia o le numero o le olu fitu, valu tolu fitu, valu wha, valu o, ia manu ia tele, ia malolonga le fiafi.
Whaatai te le lawa, whapena fōi, malolonga o le fiafi, tau mawhitanga, ia ma osi ngā taulanga, pa au koe whaingi loko nkankai le fiafi. Ia e manuia, masaonga le mūle le ia fiafi, tā whiloa i le vea, sa whaun te tai atu iei le tua, ia ma pui pui fo i le soifua I ngā ruenga o lo whenga iai ai wha soifua ia mo le temnei.
Ia, soifua.
Soifua lava.